And this is the Lecture 8 video for App Store Publisher for everyone. So in this lecture video, I'll be going through the basics of Flutter by very in-depth tutorial to draw your first page. So here are the past lecture links, and you can find it on the first page of this. And make sure to check out our website by adding your profile photo on the website. So first, you should have these stuff installed on your computer. First of all, Xcode and Xcode developer tools and the SDKs and the simulators. This is useful because you'll need it to compile your project for macOS or iOS. And second of all, you need CocoaPods. This is for iOS, and you might also need it for some macOS stuff. And the pod files are for depends on what stuff you install. And the latest version of Flutter, you just Flutter upgrade or just download a new one from the website and the IDE. Okay, I know VIM is not an IDE, but it's usable anyways. So here's some basic terminal commands. cd plus dir is to go to where you want to go. ls is to list out what you have in the current directory, and pwd is to see your current path, and vi is to open a file. So for example here, I use cd to go back to a home directory, and pwd to see it, and I use cd again to go to document, and then pwd to see it, and list to see all the stuff I have installed. Okay, and I can vi like that, and I can press I to write and type some stuff, and then wq to save, and then q to just leave. Okay, so basically from last time, I told you guys to go to your terminal and go to documents, and then Flutter create a project, and then go to that project, and you can Flutter run. So I'm gonna demonstrate this again right now because some of you guys don't know how to do it. So I'll just here I'm checking I'm in documents, and I'll do Flutter create, and I'll type, for example, hello. Okay, so now it's gonna create a project called hello for me. Okay, cd hello, and you can see I'm currently in hello, and I type Flutter run. For those who has a simulator, you can run it in a simulator, and if you don't have one, you can either run it in a web browser, or you can run it just directly on your computer. And sometimes it gives you errors, but you don't have to worry, you don't have to care for that. Okay, now let me just open a new Visual Studio Code window because I'm gonna use it to edit. Okay, so I'm just gonna open, and then documents, and then go to hello. So where's hello? I just made it. Ignore that. Okay, and go to hello, and then go to lib. So this is where your code is. So I open that. Okay, now you have that, and just say yes, I trust the authors. Okay, so now go to your Flutter app, and then you can see this is what is being ran by this. So yeah, you can do that. And the code look like this. So yeah, basically your code is now running. It's a default Flutter project, nothing special. Okay, so draw your first page. So there's a builder function in each default Flutter file, and it returns something called a scaffold. So take this as an example. You can see there's a build, which is the builder function, and it returns the scaffold. So the build returns the scaffold here. Oh yeah, and if it's the setting up the default app, you have to return a material app first before your scaffold. So yeah, now we can take this as an example. So for example, you want to make this page, right? You have a top bar, and then you have the name, and you have the app icon, and then username, password, and login, and a bottom bar. So what are some components on this page? Well, you can see we can split the page into these 7 different stuff. Oh, 6 different stuff. So each one of them is a widget, or a widget containing widgets inside. So we can start by doing that, by determining what widget we're gonna use. So let's start with the top bar. So here's the top bar. We have a widget, which is a container. And then the width is the screen width, and the height is, you can determine how big you want it. The child is nothing because it's a blank thing, and the color is just your theme color. So we can write that. So let's just delete all these useless code first, because it's like annotated, so it doesn't do anything. And the increment counter, we don't need it, so just delete this thing altogether. And then we don't need these kind of like useless comments. And for the app bar, I recommend not using it for now, because you gotta learn this first. And just delete the column. You can delete this thing as well, and you can delete this as well, and you can delete this floating action button as well. Okay, so yeah, now you have a column, and then in the column there's something called a children, and childrens are all widgets. So I showed this in lecture 7 already. You can just write different stuff in here. So for our top bar, let's just put a container and then do that. So now you can put in some parameters like width. Let's just say the width should be like the screen width, so it doesn't matter. There's a function, like a thing to get screen width, but I'm not gonna show you guys this for now. Just do height like 50, right? And then color, let's just say you can pick colors from this thing called colors, and then just type a name like green, but now I'll use blue. And then you can here's kind of like 1D array where you can put in the number to see how deep you want the color to be. So because this is quite light, I'll say like 200 or something. Yeah, let's just try that. Yeah, basically that's it. So since your project is already running, you can just type R to hot reload, so you don't have to compile it again, and then you can see now you have the bar. Oh yeah, you might have noticed this debug banner. I'll show you how to remove that banner in another video because it's not in the lecture slides. Okay, so yeah, after that, let's put this thing, which is the app name and logo in the middle. So you can put this text first. So let's put a text under the container. So let's call the app hello world. Okay. There's also something that can let you do the text style and those kind of stuff, but I'll show you guys that later. So each widget basically have tons of parameters you can customize, and it's gonna take a long time to show them all here. So let's just say pretend we have this. And then for the image, I don't have an image yet, so we can do it in another video. Or so yeah, for now just let's use a container as a placeholder. Let's do 100 height and 100. So for the actual app, when you're writing it for a phone, I recommend you to do everything relative to the screen width and height. But for now, because I didn't show you guys how to do that yet, we're not gonna do that. And then for the child, which is what's gonna be inside it, so a child is also a widget. Let's just pretend we're making the logo, so we just add a text, then we say HE. Okay, like that. Good. So now we do another hot reload, and we can see, boom, you have that. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to set the container's color, so let's add color as well and make it a bit deeper, for example that. Okay, let's reload again, and yeah, now you have that. Okay, so after that we have to username and password stuff. So that's gonna have something to do with the text form field, which is basically a widget that allow you to input text and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do that now. And for that, I have some example code pre-prepared because I hate memorizing stuff. It's very stupid to memorize things when you can just copy paste stuff over, so you don't waste your brain power for these kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna copy the code over right now. Okay, yeah, so basically for those text stuff, you first need a text editing controller, which you can simply like just declare one right here and then define it as well. So because in Flutter everything is like local, so you can't get like you can malloc stuff like allocate memory. You just declare and define it as soon as you like make it, and then after that you can get something called the text form field. It's basically something you can put inside the container. So let's just do it here. So container, and then height doesn't matter. Let's just say like 50, and then width I don't know, like 150, and then we can put the text, which is the child, as a text form field. Alright, so this is what's gonna read the stuff. So we can do like let's see. Yeah, okay, sure, let's just do that. So first of all, there's something called a obscure text, which like is it gonna not show the text or show the text? So in here we want to show the text, so we can just like ignore the obscure text and we just go straight to controller. And then because we have the username controller, we just put it right here. And there's something called a decoration we can put, so we can put a decoration. So input decoration, something like you can put for decoration and only works for text form fields and other stuff where you can type stuff in. And label text is what you want to call it. So let's just call it user ID. Yeah. Okay, so now I kind of forgot to add the color, so let's just do 200 as well. And we copy paste this thing again for the password, so we just copy it here and then password, and then we change the username controller to the password controller here. So it's like two separate strings you're gonna type in, right? Yeah. And then if you want, you can also add in the padding. So padding's like it's gonna help you like add space between your widgets. It's kind of like the just white space, and then like let's just say 25. Yeah, we can put padding between all these stuff as well. Yeah, well, it does nothing except for making your thing look better. So yeah, another thing for the password is that I talked about the obscure text, so we can add that. Obscure text. So we can do something called we can declare something like a variable that's like show password or something. So if you want to show your password, it's gonna show it, and then if you don't want it, it's not gonna show. So let's declare the show password as a bool. So we'll call it show password, and then we'll put it right here, like that. Okay, so currently it's false, so it's not gonna show your password. And let's write a function under there that's gonna change the state. So let's just do it void because it's not gonna return anything. And then just do that, like how you make a function. And then you can do like if show password is false, then it's true, and then else it's false. So we just do it like that. And then there's gonna be something called a set state here. So you can see like the set state basically allows you to set state. So each time you call that thing, it's gonna redraw the screen for you, because like once you made some changes to a screen, it's gotta like be redrawn. So yeah, we'll just go back to the password place, and then we have the obscure text, so we'll just make it the opposite of show password, because initially it's not. And then we can add something like add a suffix icon thing, which is a gesture detector and a decoration, like that. Okay, so on tap, like once it's being tapped, it's gonna toggle the visibility, and it's a child, which is an icon. So icon's just icon, and then it's gonna do that. So if show password is true, then it's gonna be the visible, and then if it's not, it's gonna be the invisible, and it's gonna be red as well. So after all that, let's do a hot reload. Crap, it doesn't compile. Alright, so let's see what's wrong. Padding, oh, just forgot a comma, right? Like that. Okay. Let's recompile again. Oh, we forgot to define show password. Oh, no, it is defined. Oh, because we made a typo, Lamau. And our function is called visible. So yeah. Oh my god. Oh, because we made another typo. Okay, yeah, you see now it works. You can like, let me just type some random crap, and then if you do that, it's gonna show, and then it's gonna hide and show and hide. And you can see the padding also went into effect. Alright, great. So now let's do the last part of this app, which is the login button. So you see, like, we have the username and password, so now it's time for a login button. You're gonna use something called a gesture detector, which is basically just a button, fancy name for a button. So just get a gesture detector under this container like that. Don't forget a comma, because it's all parameters inside a very giant like bracket. So okay, great. So now we're gonna have this on tap, just like the gesture detector used here. So let's call a function called login. Let's do that. We'll define login right now. So it should be a void. It doesn't have to return anything. And then because we don't have a second page yet, let's just make it print out some stuff. So print. You can just literally like print, and then print this thing dot text. So because username controller is a struct, and then the text is one of its child, so we can do that, and then print again password controller dot text. So when you press login, it's gonna just print out the username and password. But in the real one, we can like do it for something else, which is called a navigator push. We can like go to another page with that. But for now, we don't need that. But I'll paste the example code here anyways. Okay, we don't need this, so let's annotate it out. Okay, now we have the on-tap login, right? So great, now let's finalize this widget by giving it a child. So this gesture controller is actually, gesture detector is actually a container. That's the visible part of it. So let's just do it, height 50, and then width 150 as well. And then for the decoration, we can put some decoration. Yeah, so for the box decorations, basically just another thing, kind of like the input decoration, where you can like change how it looks. It's not like you don't have to know it. You can just find it online, because you don't have to memorize all these useless stuff. Yeah. So for color, let's set the button to be green, nav blue, like our theme colors right here. Let's do blue 500. And then border, if you want a border, let's do a border all around it. So yeah, and the color of the border can be let's just do let's just do a blue 800. It's like a very deep blue. And width, let's just do 5. We can also define something like a border radius. So if you want it to be circular, we can just type border radius dot circular, because that's the thing for giving a circular radius. We're gonna do like maybe 5 as well. Oh, you know what, maybe 10. Yeah. Okay, and then we can do a child, which is the widget inside the widget, and let's do text, and then just say login. Okay, and don't forget to put some padding so it doesn't all like cram together. So yeah, now when you tap it, it should say something about logging in. So let's just do a hard reload. Oh yeah, there's another bug. It's probably because we should put it in the outside the thingy. Put it outside the box decoration like that. Okay. Oh great, because we have to do a const here. Because yeah, just don't forget that. Oh great, we forgot some more commas. So let's check. Oh, this is annoying as hell. You know what? Let's just screw the color. Who cares? Or maybe we should not remove it. How about we just define the color directly by saying 0xFF, and then let's just make it completely blue. So you know the RGB is like 00 and then 00 and then FF. So that's gonna be a completely blue thing, and then now it should work. Ah, seriously. Oh, I was changing the wrong thing, Lamel. Let's just put it here. Const color and then blue. What was it again? 100? I remember it was 500. Right. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it for both. Who cares? Alright, now I have a completely blue button where you press it, it says because it didn't type anything. For example, Kevin, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have that. So you log in, it's gonna print that. But in reality, it's actually gonna bring you to a new page. And now finally, let's just copy over our top bar and make it into a bottom bar. So let's find it here and then copy it to the bottom, like that. Oh yeah, if you want it to be on the bottom, you can add something called a spacer, which basically it's a spacer that gives you like, it fills up the entire thing. So let's just add a spacer here, and then we can also add a child text, and then like created by Kevin, like that, for your credits or something if you want. Okay, now you just reload again, and then you have that. Oh, I forgot to make it wide. How wide was it again? Oh yeah, there's no width because yeah, you know what, guys, I have to show you guys how to do the screen width. So basically you just do this. Basically you just go to the top of your widget, like here, and then before it returns the scaffold, you just do this. So this is something that's gonna get the context, aka like the some metadata of your screen size, and it's gonna give you the width and height. So for now, we're just gonna do the screen width. So we just copy that here, and then it's gonna fill the entire screen. So go to that again and then reload. So yeah, it's completely filled. And if you want to pretend it's a mobile phone, it's gonna look something like that. Of course, right now it's very ugly, but you can customize it to make it look good. Yeah, that's all of it. And you can make it the way you want it. You know, like I said, there are like limitless parameters you can put for all of these stuff. You can determine how you want it to be. So yeah, you can make it whatever you want. And here's just a timeline, like we're here, but then we're still here. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Okay, GG guys, thanks for watching, and I'll put the example code in there later so you can just copy it. Yeah, bye.